Alhamdulillah. There we go, we're in. And as far as Israelis go, the terrifying moments should be starting now. And I'm totally relaxed, yeah. The checkpoints were a dangerous place to be for everybody. For 10 years, I lived in two completely different worlds, Israeli and Palestinian, daily going through checkpoints, never knowing what would happen or could happen on either side. This is the dream room. This is where all the plans were made. There was something about this place that made me feel that I could do anything. To get to the Olympics, to be the best rider possible. You know, you just imagine you're on your horse, bareback, 15, 16, 17 years old. It was like a holy spot. Breathe it all in, and then go and try to put it into practice. Let me tell you a little bit about this horse. She's 4. She's been under saddle for about a year, so basically she's still a baby, still working with her on basic stuff. What we're trying to do is get her into balance, get her rhythm steady and even. So I started telling her, okay, sweetheart, this is what I want. I want you to move forwards when I use my leg. And then you have this conversation and this negotiation, and you build a relationship of trust. Good girl. How I got to Israel? Okay, well, we were living in California at the time. I was born in La Jolla, and we were living in San Diego. And when I was 9, my parents collected myself and my 2 brothers and sisters into the living room and told us that we were going to Israel. And I said, I'm not going unless you buy me a horse. By the time I'm 12. Here's my first horse, Pony, that my dad promised to buy before we left the States, and he did. He bought the horse. He couldn't afford it, but he bought the horse.
Oh, hi there, Nancy.
Hi, Dad.
Who's that knocking at my door?
It's your daughter. It's your daughter, Nancy. You
Come
look
on,
good.
Nancy.
You look
Thank
cute.
you. Do you like my stare?
I love your stare. I love your stare.
I won't give you a bum stare.
Hi, Mom. Hello. How you doing?
That's our wedding in the living room. I came to Israel because of my wife. We came in 1950 to Israel. We went up to the kibbutz Sasa up in the north. We spent a week or 2 there. Esther was the one that really wanted to stay in Israel.
I realized that I was at home in this kibbutz dining room. There was nothing to eat hardly. But I felt I was in a family that I belonged to be in. Zionism was a trauma from the Shoah. It was so obvious. It didn't take any brains. We had to survive.
I promised her that we will come back someday, but I had to go back to America and go to work. That's what a nice Jewish boy does. Worked at Atomic Energy Center in Oak Ridge, Tennessee for 4 years. Became a nuclear engineer there, one of the first of 300 at that time. And then we moved to San Diego for the last 10 years before immigrating. My identity as a Jew was one that I wanted to maintain that identity. And I want to assure that our children would not intermarry. Living in Israel seemed to be part of it.